Hey, what's up everyone? We're going to be continuing to talk about SQL in this video, and usually I would just start with the computer, but with certain SQL statements I think it helps to have a visual idea, especially if you're a visual learner. So we're really going to quickly just kind of talk about the having keyword in SQL on the whiteboard, and then we'll spend most of the video on the code looking at an example of it. The having keyword, the reason I wanted to do it on the whiteboard is because there's a very nice parallel between the where keyword and the having keyword in SQL. So let's start from the where keyword, which we already know how to understand. Here's the example we've been using in this video series. We have some students and we have their names, we have their majors, and we have their GPAs, and we have many students. We use the where keyword. One of the things we did with it was, let's get me all the students where the GPA is higher than 3.0. So that statement we know how to write. Now, what if I want to answer a slightly more complicated question? What if I want to answer, get me all of the majors where the average student GPA is bigger than 3.0? So this is a little bit different because within any major, I might have several students whose GPAs are below 3.0. But as long as, on average for that major, the GPA is higher than 3.0, I want to get that major back, and I want to get the average GPA in that major. We can't really use any of the tools we've learned so far. The closest we are going to get is using the group by keyword. So let's start there. And it turns out having is just one extra layer on that. So I would do something like select something, we'll fill that in, from, I'll just call it data for now, my student data. Select something from data, and then we're going to group by major, right? So I'm grouping by major because I care about the average GPA within each major. So naturally it makes sense to group by major. So now let's think about what goes in this select keyword. So I'm going to select the major. And let me also select the average GPA, right? So that I would just do as AVG of GPA. Now if I stop there, I think we maybe even did this exact example in the group by video. But I'm going to get every single major of the 9 majors, and I'm going to get the average GPA of that major. But of course, if some major has a GPA lower than 3.0, I'm going to report that major as well. But I don't want to. How do I kind of get rid of all the ones where the average GPA is lower than 3.0? That's where the having keyword comes in, and it goes after your group by clause. And it just goes having AVG GPA is bigger than 3.0. And that's it. That's how you would write that statement to get the results we want. And how to read that is group by major. So I have 9 groups for all my majors. Now, if the average GPA within each major is bigger than 3.0, then give it back to me. So this is why it's like a where statement, but it's not a where statement on an individual student. It's a where statement on a group, and that group is major in this case. So only give me the groups where the average GPA is bigger than 3.0, and report the major and report that average GPA. So let's go to the code and look at how to write that statement.
All right, so let's take a look at a couple examples using the having statement in SQL. Since we took a whiteboard look, it should be a little bit easier now looking at the code. The first question is similar to the one we saw on the whiteboard, so we're going to group by major and get only the groups or only the majors where the average GPA within that major is less than 3.0. So this is a little similar to what we did on the whiteboard. So we're going to start with the group by statement to logically understand it. So we're going to group our data by major as we've done in the past. And then we're going to say having, this is the new part, we're going to enforce that the average GPA within that major is smaller than 3.0. And where does this average GPA thing come from? Because it's not a native column in our table. That comes from the select statement. So in the select statement, we're saying give me back the major and give me back the average GPA within that major as average GPA. So this is just a nickname or an alias for it using the as keyword. So again, we're just saying that first group my data by major. So we have 9 groups for the 9 majors. And then we're going to say only give me back the majors where the average GPA is less than 3.0, and then report the major itself and report me that average GPA. So if I ran that, I get 5 out of my 9 majors where the average GPA is below 3. Let's look at one more example using the having statement just to get a better hang of it. So let's say our goal is to group by the year. So remember, we have first, second, third, and fourth years in our data. And I want only the groups, so only the years, where there are more than 11% math majors. So within each year, let's say first years, there's 9 majors, and we want to get back only the years where that year has 11% math majors or more. It's a little bit more complicated, something we haven't seen before. We haven't seen proportions yet, right? So let's take it step by step. In fact, most of this is stuff we've seen before. Again, let's start understanding it the group by statement. So we're going to group by year, so that gives us the groups of first, second, third, and fourth years. We'll look at the halving. This frac math we haven't defined yet, but just take it for granted first that it's the fraction of math majors. So group by year, and then give me only the groups where the fraction of math majors is above 11%. And then from student data, of course, that's a given. And we're going to select the year itself, and we're going to select fraction of math majors. So before we understand the difficult part, which is this scary looking statement, overall, this SQL statement is saying group by year. Make sure you limit on years where the fraction of math majors is above 11%. Tell me what year that is, and tell me what is the actual exact fraction of math majors. Now, the last thing to understand is, of course, this big statement here. There's not like an easy way to do proportions in native SQL. Sometimes certain SQL environments will have functions that make this easier on you, but we're not going to assume any of that. So how you understand this first part is a sum. So we're summing this substatement here. This substatement is saying case. This is just like an if statement, so you can read this kind of like English. This is saying case, when major is equal to math, then give me 1. If major is not equal to math, then give me 0. So basically what this does is it gives me all of the student data, and anytime the major of a student is equal to math, it basically just gives me back 1. If the major of a student is not equal to math, it gives me back 0. So if I stopped at just the sum, if I didn't have this count star at the end, this would give me just the number of math majors who are in each year. But since I want the proportion, I just divide that number by the total count of that group. So hopefully that makes sense, but to do one last sanity check, remember, when we do a group by, we always want to make sure that the things we're selecting are legal. So is it legal to select the year if we group by year? Yeah, because since we group by year, there can only be 1 year. And is this second part legal? It's a little bit more difficult to figure out. But in the end, this thing I've just highlighted right now is an aggregate function if you group by year. So if I'm given a year, then the proportion of math majors within that year is a summary statistic on the year. So it is legal. An example of something that's not legal is if I said, give me back just the major of everyone inside that group, because there's so many different majors. I need to do something more specific, like how many distinct majors are there or something like that. In this case, I did give me a fraction of how many math majors there are. So I run that, and I get that first, second, and fourth years all have above 11% math majors. Only third years have less than 11% math majors. So that's how you use the having statement in SQL. All right, so next time we'll be looking at some joins.